it's your man, DJ Caveman. We back again for another episode of DJ Caveman and IronMonkey talking that shit. As always, we got the illustrious co-host, DJ IronMonkey, and special guest host with us. As like I keep saying it, I don't know if you guys are listening, but we got dope friends that do dope shit, and we're gonna keep bringing them on until you realize that fact. Like we know a bunch of people that do a bunch of dope shit because that's just how it is. But today on the show we got writer, actor, artist, cosplayer,
overall swell dude.
Overall swell dude. Davence Young on the show with us, man. He's been on every iteration of our podcast journey. So it's always
the Saturday conversation.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
Saturday morning conversation. Yeah.
It's good to be able to, have folks back that have seen all the different versions of what we do and get an update on the things that's been going on. We always start the show with how your week was, man. So how was your week, Mr. Davence Young?
Busy.
Tell us about it.
Busy is good. Been on a couple other podcasts talking about bears in my book. Still working on cosplay. I'm doing a Doom suit for a client who's an actual retired Marine, so that's just awesome. Of course, working out, trying to get healthier, all that good stuff. Because it's crazy out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Word. How was your week, D?
It was a decent week of reflection. I got put on ice. I'm not gonna really say too much. And no, it's not the ones that everybody's protesting. But I got put on pause for a little bit, and the Lord has a way of slowing us down. We might think that, it's the devil, this is the devil that. Sometimes it's the Lord saying, you know what, you need to pump your brakes. So the Lord had a way of slowing me down a little bit. It wasn't really health related, but it was more like professional. So all that aside, just relaxed, took it easy, and just got my mind right, got my spirit back where it needed to be. And, even though it's the new year, everybody's like, new year, new me. It's like, nah, sometimes you just got to refine your old self. Sometimes people think that an update is something good, but it always isn't. So other than that, just took it easy. Oh, one thing. Oh my God, it's freezing. You see me with the double Sherpa on today, trying to stay warm, ankles freezing as fuck. With 2 pairs of socks on. Like, yeah. The struggle's real. Winter's here. Fuck, winter's coming. Winter's here. And them white walkers are out. You see them people trying to walk in the street, trying to avoid getting hit by cars. I'm one of them people too, so I'm not trying to make fun of them.
You can just turn your heat up a little bit, though, dude.
When you know how my heating system works inside this apartment, you don't understand. I told you about it before.
Yeah.
The heating system in here has no installation whatsoever. So in the summer it's crazy hot, winter's crazy cold. It's the life I chose, and sometimes you got to reevaluate your choices. And live with what you chose. Can't be buyer's remorse after the fact all the time.
Learn and improve.
Hey, man. So if you put that plastic up on those windows, man, that should be coming in clutch.
It's so cold. It's superseding the plastic.
Damn.
Yeah, like I have plastic on all my windows. It's just so cold. It's just frost.
Yeah.
One of the drawers inside the kitchen, I put like the extra water so like I didn't have shit all out. I went to go get the water. I'm like, yo, this shit is almost frozen. I'm like, yo,
Damn.
You know how it has the frost and you gotta shake it. Yeah, but you know, it's the life I chose.
Hey,
You know.
well, I mean, the good thing is we only about 2 months from spring, so you know.
Yeah, and a week from my birthday, make it hot.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's February. February 1st is today. That is
Mm-hmm.
the most elite birthday month, man. It's a lot of high power birthdays in February. Is all I'm gonna say. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah. And Aquarius, just in general.
well,
It's just the age of Aquarius, or the season of Aquarius.
right?
Yeah, you know. One thing though about astrology, shout out to Ben Santos. Back in high school, me and him used to be heavy into the astrology, where he was more into like the ascending sign, descending sign, you know, the sun sign and moon sign. People usually just go based off the moon sign. But one thing about astrology that me and him always held, it's all about free will. You can't be like, Susan's an asshole because she's a Cancer. No, it's Susan's the asshole. It's not because she's a Cancer, it's because she's an asshole. That's it. Stop trying to give excuses because of your zodiac sign. Like, nah, you're just a jerk. That's it. You know, you're just a scheming ass motherfucker. That's
people,
it. It's not
people
because
really,
you're a Libra or you're this or that.
people really
And
judge you. They judge you based on your sign too. And
yeah.
sometimes I don't even like to tell people I'm a Pisces because they
Mm.
just be like, "Ooh,
What is the thing with Pisces? I know Aquarius, we're weirdos.
ah
And
man."
you know, I
Every
get it.
I guess Pisces. I guess they known as being cheaters and shit or something. Because every time
Oh,
they're
where?
like, "Oh, you a Pisces?"
Huh. Yeah, because like Aries, they always want to fight. They always
Like
angry
the
at shit.
Pisces is like the fuckboy sign, I guess. I don't really know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want no zodiac wars going on here.
Just hey, I'm just saying, based on like the reaction I get, like it's a lot of them out there. So I guess that's the flag that gotta fly for Pisces.
Yeah, yeah, but like usually the trouble signs are like the Scorpios,
We're like
you know, the Tauruses.
we're like the pit bulls of zodiac signs. Everybody thinks that we one way, and really we just cool ass dogs. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
right. Yeah, my bad. I was kind of talking shit about some zodiacs there, and I realized they were kind of my exes.
Oh shit!
No, they're good people. They're good people. They're good people. They're good people. You know, regardless of their sign, it's just we just didn't match up. You know, no hard feelings.
Shout out to all the February birthdays, man. You know, I'm on my alcohol free days until my birthday, so unfortunately, we're gonna have to celebrate all the birthdays together. If you're local, you know.
All right.
But shit, we doing a show next week. Is your birthday, right? So 7 days away is gonna be the birthday show.
Yeah, Super Bowl. My brother's gonna be on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he don't tell no dumbass stories about when we were younger.
Well,
You know,
now you just gave him the idea.
nah. Because if anything, him and my sister used to always team up on me to get me in trouble. So if anything, I could probably have some shit stories about him. And there's a story about him, me and my sister and my brother been talking about for probably like last month. I don't know if I'm gonna bring that up, bro. My brother.
Shit.
Yeah, but it's innocent. He was a kid. He was a kid at the time. And as a kid, people do kid ass shit. You know, his kid shit it's hilarious. Doing it as an adult, nah. That's the kind of shit you get arrested for, B. We'll get into that next week.
Right.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers, but it's gonna be a good one next week. Hey, shout out to my cousin Nicole, guest on last week's show. She says, "What up?" Her birthday's on the 6th. So.
Oh yeah. Also, shout out to Sekou. His birthday's the 6th too.
That's right. Hey, there's so many. There's so many birthdays. People are like, yo, you know a lot of people with birthdays, man. And I'm like, it's like a lot of my friends, we all have birthdays between like February 1st and St. Patrick's Day. It was like 30 of us in that time frame. So, you know, it used to be the International Drinking Month because when you're younger, you celebrate a birthday like every couple of days. You end up having a lot of drinks. But Hey, shout out to everybody in the chats going down right now, and make sure you hit the QR code and you know what I'm saying, like and subscribe and share and all that. But let's get into what you've been up to, Mr. Da Vinci, man. Tell us, give us a Bears update for those who don't know. Tell them what Bears is
even
and break it down
exactly.
for them. You know?
All right. Well, the universe I put together is titled Bears: The Awakening. It is a military sci-fi universe. One of the most unique things about it is the fact that I put people of color at the center, not as an afterthought.
Mm.
Yeah. When you look at a lot of these military films over the past, we'll say 40, 50 years, how many people of color have you seen in these teams?
Mm.
If you're lucky, you got a dash of color.
Oh yeah.
In there, and anybody that served knows that's not true. You go into in the military, it's like a tossed salad. You see a little bit of everything.
Mm.
It's there. So it was important to me to put together a elite strike force, that reflected people of color. The strike force is 6 people, 3 guys, 3 girls, and we have some that are black, some that are Spanish, some that are Filipino, and we got one woman that's New Zealand, up in there, so it's a nice blend right there. Something you never see. This movie, you won't see any people of color that are pimps, that are hoes, that are streetwalkers, that are strung out on drugs. Now, we've got plenty of films for that. We got a whole era called Black exploitation that handled that quite well. In Bears, it was important to me to show people of color at varying levels of excellence. Like we have our General Blunt, which is the base commander where the Bears operate out of. That's a black man. We have a certain person's assistant in the film. He's a brother. And I'm trying to say it without spoiling anything.
Well, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know I don't remember. I'm not even gonna front. I probably give Daryl like a 25% chance of remembering, because he probably did some homework on it. Probably. What does Bears actually stand for? BEARS.
Biomechanical Exfiltration and Recon Soldiers.
All right. Damn, I should have asked Daryl this try beforehand. Damn it. But all right. So and I like the concept that you have, because even growing up, like in the 80s and the 90s, watching cartoons, a lot of the black characters, even though they weren't black, you could tell based on their voice and their mannerisms, they was always in supporting roles. They were either the muscle or they were the goof, the jester of the group. So representation does matter, especially when it comes to military sci-fi movies, because for them it's not realistic. I'm like, wait, it's sci-fi. What the fuck you mean it's not realistic? Exactly. So, but in real world situations, there's actually black leads. Even though there's this campaign about DEI, showing black people as not supporting roles, but lead roles and strong characters that aren't pimps, hoes, hustlers, drug users.
Mm-hmm.
It shows that we are actual people too, or beings as well. We're viable beings.
Star Trek does the best job of this currently.
Oh yeah.
Well, perfect. We can play with Star Trek. Out of the entire crew on the Enterprise, the first season, he had one black person one Asian person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you jump throughout the Star Trek universe, it's almost as if people of color are extinct. You
Well,
see
see,
more alien races. Deep
mm,
Space Nine, Cisco, his
mhm.
son, Worf, and later on, his wife. Out of all of that sea of Caucasianism, those were the only ones that were of color.
Mm.
You know, you
Well, I
look
was
at
talking more about like being in like high positions.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? They have like a bunch of black captains in the Star Trek universe and black
Mm.
female captains and
Commanders. Yep.
commanders and top scientists and
yeah, when it comes to like that, yeah, they did,
you
but
know they run in the shit.
yeah, it took a
Even
minute. Like, look at
right.
Jordy. Look at Jordy.
Even,
Jordy was like low man on Total and he had to work his way up, you
right.
know, in there.
I mean, even they let Whoopi own the barn.
Yes, she did a great
Quark.
job.
Quark was Reggie Miller in the future with the ears and everything. I swear, light skin and the whole nine, same complexion. That's his mutation in the future. That's Reggie Miller. Quark.
Same jacked up grill.
Yeah. You see it.
One of the things that I also do is I play around with bloodlines, lineage, myths, and legends as well throughout. Like the poster I just shared with you, you know, the catchphrase, they were chosen before they were born. You'll find out a little bit about that in the first film.
Nice.
How far have you started shooting yet, or
not yet? From the way things are looking, it'll be this year. Only because it is such an arduous process. Before anybody sets foot on the set, costumes gotta be made, permits gotta be signed for stunt teams. Of course,
insurance
be made. Sets got
insurance. People don't know about that shit.
You get one child on that set, and if it's an action scene, you're looking at $1 million just for one kid. So it's not cheap. But yeah, there are a lot of steps you gotta take before you even, you know, get to shooting. I'm gonna have to fly out there way ahead of everybody else to do location scouting. There are a couple of spots we already want to like film at, but I gotta be out there for that, signing all the permits, all that good stuff. Getting the business side of things, you know, taken care of. You know, and then when we actually do start the shooting, it's gonna be about 3 months.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And part of that is crash course training. You know, teaching these actors and actresses how to walk like a soldier. You know, when you get your gun, how to post up, how to lay prone, you know, how to stand in attention, how to salute properly. Not like this. Not like this. On the brim of your hat.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
no, cut.
all that good stuff. You know,
Nah, you can't be doing that.
Right.
What are you doing?
Man.
What are you doing? This is not Star Trek. Who are you signaling for?
I won't tell you how the officer salute. That's something else. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of processing. You know, getting your money in escrow and then working from there, being able to deal with the investors, and that's a whole different mindset. Especially if you are getting a foreign investor. Their mindset is different than Western. You know, so you have to set up your pitch deck to that mindset. So I have several different ones. You know, I have one just for people who are investors, but they're entertainers. Then I have ones that are like the lawyers and the doctors, but all they want to see are the numbers. You know, then for the foreign ones, I have one because what their mindset is, it's about partnership and longevity. They look at the long picture. They ain't worried about the immediate ROI right up front. They want to know if you have something that has legs. And if it has legs, they want to be on that journey. with you. So yeah, it's a lot of learning that side of the business besides just being creative.
And that's one thing about being an independent filmmaker that a lot of people don't really realize. They probably think it's just all right, write a movie, film a movie, that's it. No, like you're saying, the business side of things is making sure your paperwork with insurance and set designs, all of that stuff is in place, as well as getting investors. But then also the back end is distribution. You know, have you run across any like real obstacles with the distribution, or is that come after the movie is actually created? Mm-hmm.
We all know
Mm-hmm.
what that means,
Yep.
but also it's picking the right team.
Mm-hmm.
Like my director, Darryl D. Johnson, is a brother. He's ex-military, Army vet, and a damn good director. And he has a lot of contacts in Turkey. He actually lives in Turkey. So that was a smart move on my part, linking up with him and getting him on board with this, because there's a lot of red tape with his connections we can cut through. Like I had the door already been cracked open for me. He did just want to see some stuff before we go to them. But also you want to get distribution before your film is done.
Oh, okay.
Before.
Okay.
If you're lucky enough before you start filming. The reason being, if you can get it before you start filming, that's a feather in your cap when you're looking for investment.
Yep.
My investors will see that, so they see value and worth in what you're doing. Here's some money. You also have to have the right publicist, the right line producer, literally piece by piece putting the team together. People who that have the skills to pay the bills. I love all of my team. I'm like the new jack. My publicist Don Segura, also my casting director, have over 27 years experience doing the job. My other executive producer, Dan Griffin, he has almost 30 years experience acting and securing deals. And he's done both sides of the fence, and he's slammed some seriously powerful deals. Darryl, that I mentioned, Darryl D. Johnson, he's pushing 26, 27 years, behind the lens, and that's just some of my people, so that's, when you put it together, that's over 60 years right there of experience in the film industry. That's powerful, so that way when I go to investors, I'm like, look, I may be the co-creator, of the show, but this is my leadership. So it shows to them that, one, I'm not just some Yahoo, coming out of a hole in the ground, but I've taken the time not only to put together a good script, but to cultivate good people to help me,
a network. Basically a grapevine.
Yes.
Grapevine network.
Yeah,
I like that.
You built your own equity, so now you're able to hopefully cash in on it. We were speaking offline about the prequel. You want to give the
the prequel is a book, and it's titled "The Last Haggardian," and this book is a prequel to the actual movie. So it's going to pretty much tell you how shit started. So because when the movie starts, the bears are in action; they're already doing the thing. In the book, you get to see how they became the bears.
Okay.
So
the catalyst.
Yeah. There's a whole lot going on in the book. It's 163,000 words, 3 acts, 10 chapters each act. So it's a nice chunky story, but it's powerful. And
Dope.
once again, no pimps of color, no hoes of color, none of that. People of color and varying levels of excellence.
Nice. I
Yeah,
like that.
I just want to throw my hat in the ring early for the audio book deal. You know,
Nice.
so,
I already got somebody.
yeah.
Damn.
But don't forget, you guys still are going to be in the actual film.
You know, I wasn't gonna spoil anything. I was gonna be like, can I put in a rule for a podcaster?
You guys in your show will be. There's an actual scene I wrote specifically with that in mind. So.
All right.
Oh, very
All
cool.
right.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, so more movie credits. That's all that. That's all
True.
that is,
Hey.
right?
Yeah, true.
Team Jamaica and Team Biz. So hey, I'm just adding up the teams here.
Yeah, that was it's out, right? Still,
What, the Roaring Game?
yeah.
I don't know if it got released yet. I know he won an award for it.
Mm.
You know, he won that Rhode Island International Film Festival award for it.
Okay.
So
I thought it was out.
So yeah, so I'm a part of an award-winning team. There we go. You know, first one in, and my team won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's the NBA Cup? You know, it's not the NBA Finals. So what? We won something. A win is a win.
Hey, the more that nobody really looks at the awards in the background and like sees what they're for. They just go, "It's a lot of awards over there."
Oh so, yeah.
You know, a strike is a strike in bowling, whether you hit the pins hard or they dribble to the ground. You know what I mean? Like as long as they all go down, that's all that matters.
Big fancy award. You go look at it, and be like, wait, what's this? Number one in field days, hopscotch. What the fuck?
That's right. That shows hey. I was a winner early.
Yo, but they was giving up big ass trophies for hopscotch for field day. Either way, all that shit aside. No, but what I was thinking though is have you looked into like different avenues as well, like in like graphic comics or animation?
Okay. What I am doing with this universe, the rollout, I'm doing a method that's called transmedia. Have you ever heard of what transmedia is?
No, what is that?
Okay. You know when you, perfect example, Game of Thrones. Okay. We've got the book. When you look at the HBO series, it's pretty much telling the same story as the book. Then with the games, it's pretty much telling the same story as the book. It's just regurgitating the same story, the same characters over and over and over. That's not transmedia. Transmedia is continuing the story across different platforms.
Oh, so like what Star Wars did with Clone Wars.
Clone Wars with the books that George Lucas allowed other people to write.
Right. But continuing the story, it's like the live movies and then the cartoon and the animated stuff kind of like intertwines to continue forward, like the story.
Exactly. Like I've written scripts for feature films. That's the first one. The second one is a animated one, CGI, which tells the story of the villain. The third script is live action series. The fourth script is live action series. The fifth one is going to be Japanese animation. You know, and in between there, it's going to be a comic book that's going to come out. And of course, I have a novel. So you're getting different stories on so many different platforms. So there's always something for the audience or the fans to read and get new story.
What about the video game? Because we're going to need the video game.
Oh, the mobile app.
Yeah, I've already
the mobile app.
Not mobile.
You don't. Yeah, I have a hard time playing them kind of games. I don't play those games.
This one.
Yeah, you know,
PC.
Smash button games on my phone. Nah.
Yeah, just
PC. Yeah.
And I already have plans for that as well. It just is going to take time because you're looking at a video game. You're looking at anywhere from 3 to 6 years. anywhere from that.
Huh?
And that
Oh, wow.
depends on what you're doing. If it's an MMO, 10, 12 years. So you gotta be smart in what you're doing and how you're gonna do it. Like for my first one, I'm thinking single player to co-op because that drastically reduces the time it takes to put it together. So that requires research. Knowing what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and looking at how long it takes to put these products out. Because one of the things that I hate is when you have a film that's a blockbuster. Everybody loves it. That's when we decide, okay, it's a hit. Let's go ahead and work on the next one. But a script has to get made. Then it has to be edited. Then it has to be approved.
Now we need this now. We got to strike while the iron's hot, and that's how you end up getting whack sequels.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right.
Like I said, I've got a bunch of scripts already written. It's good when you do it like that because you can make sure the continuity flows like it should through all. Because you might forget you did something on one script, do something different in the next one, and now you're scrambling to go back and fix it. Because if people like Murray, they're law hounds. They will pick it apart. I think she's really this. He has that power, that ability, and they will quote sections, in a dialogue to prove their point. So as a writer, I gotta make sure I'm thinking ahead and have that all laid out like it should. And with the reading rooms that I've had with my actors, they cannot wait to get in the costume and get out there and do this. They love the story.
How was the casting process for you?
98% casting.
Nice.
I'm only waiting for a couple of key people, which are all A-listers. We've already got one. I still need to get my other two. Actually, three.
All right.
Other three. And then we'll be good to go there. One thing I definitely want to say for the creative indie people out there, learn the business half. Because I don't care how good your story is, how awesome your actors are. If you don't know the business half, you will get your IP ripped out from under your feet.
That's like that's like, yo, you got an ill jump shot, but you got to learn how to dribble too. Know what I mean? You could dunk the ball, but you got to know how to play defense. Like, there's different aspects of the game to make you a full player. Just because you could do one thing good doesn't mean you could play the game.
Yeah.
So that's something that a lot of people, they get burnt out. Oh, these people, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No, it might be you. You're not learning how to play the game properly. And it's cool to be like, all right, you know what? I fucked up. I need to humble myself and learn to do better now.
Yeah, learn to read a contract.
Yep.
I'm not going to say any names, but I can't tell you there's been a couple of investors that have tried to pull some wool over my eyes in the contract process. And if I didn't know what it was, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me go to Google, copy, paste. What does this mean in English? And you find out, you're like, that's what they meant. Because they like using legalese.
Oh, right. I mean, that's why lawyers are important.
Legalese is just somebody talking with their hands. That's all it is.
You got to know enough about what you're hiring your lawyers for, so that you don't jam yourself up in those situations too.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, have an intimate lawyer beside you when you actually signing these deals, just to make sure before you sign anything, he looks it over. You gotta know your ROI. You gotta make sure your IP is still in your control. Like You can do a waterfall system where every milestone you hit that unlocks a certain chunk of money that you then funnel into the production. That's one of the best ways to show the investors you're giving them some kind of control, and their money is not just being spent frivolously. They actually see your progress for each step. You know, a lot of cats don't know about that.
I have a question for you now, because you brought up something that happens a lot, especially now with social media and everybody's into the streaming, everybody's doing a podcast, everybody's doing something. When it comes to IP, what would be the one thing everybody should do, one basic thing people should do to try to protect their IP? Intellectual property, so their intellectual property. So if somebody has an idea for a podcast, that's your intellectual property. You thought it up and you're putting it out there for people that we're just saying IP, and some people like, what the fuck is IP? So
if it is literary, meaning poems, scripts, novels, even comic books, graphic novels, get that bad boy copyrighted. Spend the money, get your crap copyrighted. Because what happens is, if somebody tries to steal your idea, the copyright office will send a lawyer on your behalf to deal with it. People don't know that. I have my stuff protected with the WGE and copyright office. You don't really need both, but the copyright one, that's the big one that you need. If it is a device, patent it. Plain and simple, get it patented. Now, if it's a podcast, that's a little bit harder because of the freedom of expression and the Freedom of Speech Act. But what you can do is do what the African brother from Senegal who will watch people do the ass-9 way up something like on
what's his name? He sold this for like 900,000 or 900 million or something like that. Almost $1 billion.
Yeah, what he did, this cat was an engineer, and he had lost his job because of COVID. Okay, so he decided, you know what? I got a little busted, camera phone. I'm gonna use that and just study TikTok and videos and realize, wait a minute, why are we doing all this stuff hard when you can just do it like this? And the fact that he didn't speak, it made him universal. No matter what language you spoke, you understood.
Yeah.
The Mr. Bean effect. Oh, I love that. The silent comedian.
Exactly. And then
I love it.
What he did behind that, he made a company.
Yeah.
And branded himself. So he made himself his own actual brand, which is brilliant. That's how you protect your IP when you think about it. If you're doing a podcast, get your LLC, brand yourself.
Your likeness and your image.
Right. He got so famous, he got that deal for $970 million.
Yeah.
And he still has control. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He still has control. He didn't just sell, everything, and now he's just flapping the breeze. He has veto rights.
Let me ask you a question. What's the difference between a copyright and a trademark?
Okay. Copyright protects the idea, the essence of whatever it is you're working on. Trademark protects the name. Like Bears.
Yes.
My logo is trademarked. My scripts are copyrighted. So this way, if somebody tries to use this and they don't have my approval, I can sue them.
Yeah, it's like three-peat with Pat Riley. Any sports team going for a three-peat, they got to pay Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Oh shit! For real?
CYA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, no, I didn't know that.
that.
I know Michael Buffer was trying to do the same thing with
Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah. I thought he did.
Well, maybe he did. I didn't see a follow up on it, but that's crazy how people are like trying. Like you didn't
know that Pat Riley won?
Nah.
Wow.
I guess that's why some of them say 3 in a row.
Yep.
3 times.
Yep, 3-time champion. Yeah, no 3-peat. That's him.
Oh, damn.
He's getting paid.
Genius. I wonder how
and
much.
Sometimes it be simple shit like that.
I wonder how much he makes off people that just don't know that shit.
Once again, knowing the business side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. Well, shit, man. Let's pivot from one movie to another since we all freshly watched it this morning.
Yeah. Mine's at varying degrees of awakeness.
Right.
I was like, I had to rewatch a bunch of parts, but all right, go ahead.
So this week I got to choose the movie. Shout out to my pops I watched this movie with my dad one day when I went by his crib, and
all right.
So shout out to the bootleg man in the bread aisle at his local grocery store. Where my dad lives. He also sold my dad the movie that I was in.
Yeah.
My dad called me. He was like, "Hey man, when'd you do a movie?" I was like, "What you talking about this, Dad?" But he bought it off the bootleg man. Even though I told him he could watch it where he could watch it on like digital, he still bought that shit.
You got a bootleg concierge. You know what? I think this would brighten up your day a little bit.
I met the dude, like he literally works out of the bread aisle at this little bodega grocery store, like, and he just got all his shit set up right with the bread. Like they gave him a little bit of shelf space and everything. Man. He got all his shit right there.
I got something between the rye and the sour bread right here for you, my man.
He's just in the bread aisle. But anyway, the movie this week is The Hit List. Starring my favorite unhinged actor, Cuba Gooding Jr. For those who don't know why, like the dude who said "suck that baby's dick" on stage at a show,
somebody suck that baby dick.
He played radio. You know what I mean? Like the one I really like from him is. Not the boat cruise movies, but the one where he played the Navy diver, and they had to put on that heavy ass fucking fishbowl. That one was pretty.
That was based on a true story.
Yeah, that one was pretty dope. But this is my favorite Cuba Gooding movie because it really shows how unhinged he is as an actor.
Favorite?
I feel like it's like this is the real. Like he was playing himself in this one. Minus all the killing. So, brief synopsis, dude catches his wife doing some shit, goes to the bar, starts to drink.
Did he ever?
I'm
sorry. Furniture would have been moving around.
he just left. He was on his simp time, and he left and just drank his feelings, and then Cuba Gooding's character comes over and is like, "What's up, dog?" He was like, "Fuck you." And then he was like, "Yo, you want to kill some people? Write them down." And dude thought it was a joke, but it wasn't a joke. Super low budget too. That's the other reason I picked it, because I was like, I need a DJ IronMonkey-esque movie this time. You know what I mean? I need some shit that's gonna be like, while I'm watching it, why am I watching this movie again? I've seen it like a dozen times, and every time I'm like, man, this is the most low budgetest movie. I got the dude. I can't think of his name. I got to bring up his name. The white dude who played the evil husband in all the Lifetime movies and shit, and even the police department looks like a library. This is weird, man.
Look like homeroom.
Yeah, man. Like it looked like a 30s FBI office with all the desks,
typewriters and shit.
the fake muzzle blast. You know, but maybe it was early. Maybe it was their early movies. But it's like one of those like yeah, man, I just like it. You know what I mean? It's not the best movie, but like I watch that shit a couple times a year. Like for real.
Wow.
Like, I'll be like, damn, let me throw on the hit list real quick and watch this shit.
I mean, I definitely will give the actress that played the wife, I will give her props because her acting skills were nice. Because
she held it together. She held it together.
Yeah, in the beginning, you hated her goddamn guts. Straight up, you like, you did what on purpose? Because
nah, this bitch gotta die. Nah, this bitch gotta die. She's number one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All I'm saying,
All of them. She's dying.
I would have definitely that the movie would have been over at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Real quick.
It'd have been like, but hey, listen, they needed to push the plot somehow. So they, because I don't like somebody, they got to at least be some furniture moved, you know.
The character development on this dude and the husband was something else because I had one gripe with him besides him just being sensitive. Well, hang on.
Let me finish my review, and then we're gonna go around. You can give your review. Yeah, man. I give it. It's like a 2.5 movie for me. You know what I mean? But it's a high 2.5. You know, because the movie is like 75% trash. But it just has it holds it. I watched it with my dad, so it has like some sentimental value. You know what I mean? So that's why it's a high 2.5. Technically, it's a 2.5, but you know,
sentimentally, it's a 4.
Yeah, sentimentally, it's a 4.8. You know.
Okay, all right, I can see that.
So it's like an average of what, maybe like a 3, but we'll call it 2.5 for the
okay. Okay. Davence?
I'll probably give it a strong 2.
A strong 2.
Yeah.
I give it a D-.
Because I don't think the writing, the dialogue was strong enough for some of the characters. You know, like I could have definitely seen better writing for Cuba Gooding. Dude was a military vet that went special ops. They could have had some stronger writing for him. Like I would have loved to have seen a flashback scene on him with the uranium that made him sick in the first place. I would have loved to have seen that. You know, like I said before, I love the acting of the wife. The actress, she nailed it. She went from cold-hearted, you know what, to I only did this to see if you still care. And then to see that she didn't even go through with the whole process. She stopped, you know, before they could have sex, you know, with the best friend. You know, but to see the range of her emotions through that was good. You know, the husband, like I said, sensitive.
Oh yeah, Cole Hauser is his name. You know what I mean? He played the abusive husband in mad shows.
He's a good actor. He's a really good actor. You know, and I'm just like, okay.
I think he's on one of them Tyler Sheridan shows now. I think.
Dude, the whole time I kept thinking, this was the Bounty Hunter in Riddick.
Yeah, right.
I was like, wow, he got some range. He has some range.
Yo, they got two legitimate stars, and then wrote like just garbage for them, man.
And that's one of the things that sometimes the audience doesn't stop to think about it. A lot of times it's not the actor, it's the material they give them to work with.
Yeah.
You can only act so good when you're given drivel.
But I mean, it's still their fault though, because they signed on to that shit, and they probably read the scripts before they signed their deal.
Here's the thing about that: a lot of times they are given a synopsis, okay, which could be 2 or 3 paragraphs, briefly glossing over the movie.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because the concept is kind of like, I would fuck with the concept, but it could be done so much better.
The concept was strong. You had a military vet that was dying, but he didn't want to go out, sucking on a tube in the hospital. He wanted to go out the way he was trained. And he knew the only way he can get that was to have somebody off him. And then he saw a guy who, like he said, I'm your best friend. I'm just because I'm telling you from jump,
right?
A, B, C, D, and E.
Like, I'm gonna go ahead and handle this list for you, bro. I got you. Oh, don't change your mind now, little fella.
And he wanted him to offer him. Like when he went to the loan shark.
Right.
And he told him in the car, this is the one guy I don't care about. And then after he capped homeboy in the knee and took out his boys, grabbed his gun, gave it to homeboy, was like, okay, shoot him. I've been like, clack, clack, bang.
Party done, movie done. It's a wrap. Cut.
Because this dude whipped his ass before. That's why he got the black eye. And I'm like, this is your chance, dude. Do what you gotta do. No, I don't want to. And then Cuba goes ahead and kills the guy. Oh, and then he wants to pull a gun on Cuba. I'm like, does the elevator hit the top floor?
That's what I'm saying. That's why this is Cuba Gooding playing Cuba Gooding, man. He just unhinged. Just unhinged.
Man, you know how many actors love to play the bad guy?
I only want to play a bad guy. Like, I gotta, I've already played. I got abusive dad on my list. I played an abusive dad. Implied abuse. Enough to get murdered in a movie. So I also got my black dude actor Infinity Stone.
Okay.
I died in a horror flick.
Nice.
But so you give it in a 2. What about you, Dawood?
All right. So I was like, wait, because I got this movie like late last night, and I was at work, so I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to watch this movie when I get home. Like, I'm gonna have to make some time for this. I'm like, wait, it's something about this movie that seemed vaguely familiar, and I was like, oh shit, damn, I did see this movie before. It was one of those movies that, I was watching something else. I took a nap and I woke up and it was on, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, what? I was like, nah, hell no. So I proceeded to smoke and I finished the movie. But last night I was watching it and I was like, all right, Darren picked this movie for a reason. So he might like this movie. So let me not be too harsh on this movie. Let me find some redeemable qualities here. Let me not just go in with a 2.5 off for it.
Oh, let me. I've watched some terrible movies in my time that I just enjoy because they're terrible, and this is one of them.
Listen, I watched tons of terrible movies, which is how I saw that movie, like previously. Right. But my thing was, all right, let me find some redeemable qualities here, because let me not go in there and like shit on my man's movie here, because he picked it for a reason. All right, I'm like, it got to be something. So all right, it does have an international market appeal to it. Like, it's one of those kind of movies that they would market to the international market, which is 100% acceptable, because you know, the world is round. You know, it's more than just America.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at it like that because Michael Jai White does that a lot too. He markets a lot of international movies, and gets distribution and gets his money out there. Money's money.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing was like, all right, this seems like Cuba just being Cuba. Like, like this is just his life. I work at a bar, right? Shout out to my new spot. I'm not gonna say their name, you know. Still shout out to my old place. You know, it's not the people, it's management sometimes. So all that aside, but just like I'm like, sometimes you just don't talk to some people at the bar. You see they're having a hard time, and you be like, "Hey, everything good?" That's the worst thing you could ask somebody, especially when they're going through it, because you find yourself in a situation like that. Like, yeah. Like, yo, just write down somebody that you want me to kill. Nah, nigga, like, I got something else to do. Like, I gotta go back to work. Like, I tell security, yo, man, yo, keep an eye on this dude, man. Yo, he's talking some wild shit over there. Write down 5 people I want him to kill. Like, if anything, if I was going through what the main character was going through, not to spoil the whole movie, if it was like, write down 5 people you want to kill. Like, yo, this bitch don't sleep. Like, Dylan. I'm just writing her name down 5 times. Like, just like, if I was in that kind of mindset, but I'm not. And plus, it's like when you see down and out people like that, it's like, yeah, something's gonna happen. I'm either gonna be on some kind of NBC, Dateline special, or that Facebook thing that I like to watch with what's his name, Ray Williams or something, where he tells stories about shit that happened and how it gets wild until they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
Love those stories. Oh my goodness, I love those. Even playing them in high speed and shit. All that aside, those are highly more entertaining than that movie. But it seemed like that movie is something that he would actually talk about. So I was like, all right, I can see it. It's taking one of those stories and making it into a movie. Okay, it's one of those Saturday movies where I could be cleaning up the house, doing other stuff, and don't have to focus on the movie. It's just noise in the background. It's that kind of movie. So I'm trying to find redeemable qualities. And then it was a bad movie where it was so silly. The way some of these people get killed.
Yo, he killed the whole police department. He killed everybody in the police department. Almost.
The set design looking like a home room. I'm like, yo, this is 6th grade. Like, come on, Mr. Larson. Come on.
At least he had a gun, or the guns plural, when he took them cops out. If you think back to Birds of Prey, when Harley Quinn walked through a police precinct with no weapons and whipped everybody's ass.
Oh, yes. Listen, there's such thing called action porn. People don't realize it, or revenge porn. Like, it might not be sexual in nature. It's just action. And I was like, oh, that's fucking dope. This movie wasn't that movie. You're like, wait, what? It helps if you smoke. I've been kind of dry for a while, and I'm fitting to keep it that way. I like myself better this way. Even though a drink every now and then is cool, but I now that I'm getting older, I found my zone. Either way, this is one of those movies. Yes, I'll give it a 2.5, but it's one of those movies that you won't say like openly suggest. Yo, you got a good movie to watch? Oh yeah, man. Yo, watch it. List. No, it's not that. It's not that movie. But it's one of those movies that if it's on, it's on. Like, I'm not gonna look for the remote control. I'm not gonna kill myself and clean my whole bedroom looking for the remote to turn this movie. No. So like, it'll be on and I'll find myself in the kitchen cooking. Like it's that movie. So yeah, it's a movie. And the fact that you had a sentimental value, I can see why you suggested it. That's why I was like, what he suggested this for?
Come on, man. I got a whole list of movies that I call my DJ IronMonkey list. You know, they're gonna be off they're not gonna match up to my usual movie watching, but they're gonna be like weirdly okay. You know,
Yes.
you're like, damn, we're not mad that I watched it, but like I'll probably never watch it again. Like,
You know what? You know what? It's a bad movie, but it's not Karate Kid Legends. Because Karate Kid Legends is trash. That's one of those movies that's just straight trash. Man. I'm like, nah, man, I can't get jiggy with this shit, man. How does Mr. Miyagi, like, what's his name? Jackie Chan go from Japan to LA to New York, back to LA, back to Japan in 3 days? Like, this ain't real.
Hey, this is your Charlie Ward, man. You've been bringing this movie back every
Hillary Swank. Like wasn't she a Karate Kid at one point? Hillary Swank.
Yeah.
Karate Kid
No Jada Smith. Like we talking about legends here. Come on, this guy. Legends. Well, come on, man. Just say Karate Kid Next Generation. I would have been comfortable with that. You know, like legends.
It was still pretty bad. I don't think the title would have made it better.
No, the title made it extra worse. You know what that's like? That's like having nice fresh fruit, right? Tastes real nice. But putting legends on it is like putting chamoy and tahini on it. It's just extra. It's like, wait, what? Nah, this is whack. It just spiced up the whackness for me.
But
don't call yourself legends and you only have one guy.
You know, I mean, it boils back down to two things: respect for what came before, and have good dialogue. You know, I mean, you look at Jupiter Ascending, bomb ass fight scenes, awesome visuals, that dialogue.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
You know, I mean,
again, you're taking jump shots and you're dunking, but you're not dribbling. You're not doing the in between shit.
Missing the whole basket, the backboard, just completely missing it. I'm just like, you know, you got all this money to do all this stuff, but you're putting out this. I'm like, look at indie people. Look at what they're doing. They actually care about what they're doing, about the story they're trying to tell, you know, and they make do with the money that they can scrape up to put these things out.
Hey, you know, it's kind of our own fault, though. You know what I mean? Not us specifically, but the consumer has been accepting it in a majority level. You know what I mean? Like whether it's music or movies, the attention span, everything is shorter. You know what I mean? Like used to be able to, like a movie used to be a 2.5 hour situation. You could really tell a story. You know what I mean? Now, if your shit longer than 90 minutes with the previews, motherfuckers is not even trying to go.
But that's also really the fault of our higher ups, because they're the ones that have the final yay or nay.
Oh yeah,
but the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers.
They're yaying and naying it based on what we're consuming. Well, like if it came out and it was trash and everybody said this is trash, and then nobody went to see it after the first opening day, then they would stop making movies like that, and they would make the movies that people go to and watch. But we rush out to see this bullshit, and then we tell people that it's bullshit. But hey, go see it for yourself. And people are like, "Well, I don't trust you, so I'm gonna see it." And before you know it, it makes $1 million. It makes $1 billion at the box office, and that shit is absolute garbage.
But you see, the thing about it too is that the new lobbyists, you know, when it comes to government things, there's lobbyists. The new lobbyists are influencers. So there's a lot of influencers. Like even if something's bad and people are talking about it, people tend to flock to it to see like what's bad about it. What's everybody talking about? My thing is like if something's bad, I don't want to boo. Like outside of like, you know, Karate Kid's Legends, that, you know, that's like the poster child. But aside from that, I prefer to talk about things that I like and bring highlight to things that are, you know, worthwhile. Even though this movie was, you know, it was good. It was one of those movies that you could watch and put a smile on your face and go, you know what? Daryl got this on his list as a DJ IronMonkey movie. I'm like, oh shit. how do I revamp my reputation here? So is
I
this
mean,
how you look at
but you look at Marvel
me?
last few years,
Trash.
but they kept putting out.
Because as soon as you hear Marvel, you going.
Oh, but you see that's the
No,
one thing.
but look at the box office numbers. They have been steadily doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Star Wars. Catherine Kennedy with her at the
Oh
top.
yeah,
Look at what she
yeah.
did. You had Han, Luke, and Leia in the same film, and you could not find a moment to put them in the same room together. Knowing how the fan base is,
Mm-hmm.
And still,
didn't give a shit.
they don't
Well,
care, and we accept that they don't care. So like there needs to be there was never like a Star Wars movie that people didn't go out to see because you want to see it. You know what I mean? Or if you don't catch it in the theater, you catch it in the back end, and they still get the same eyes. It's not like nobody's boycotting the bad movies or the bad music or the bad fashion. Motherfuckers just run it out and buy a Lego Crocs right now to be fucking.
no.
Once
You
again,
know what though?
look at the numbers, and you will see.
You know what though?
Tired of a lot.
No, right, but they're losing a little bit of money, but it's not enough for them to not make another version of it. You know what I mean? Like how many fucking like times are they gonna do the Fantastic Four? You know what I mean? Like this shit just don't work.
Well,
now they're trying to.
That was also done by different studios.
How many Batmans are we gonna get?
See, and that's DC.
It's the same with the comics.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Why? Because their comics are still selling. Even though there are other characters within DC that are equally as good, equally as popular, but because of you won't see a lot of those. Look at how long.
No, go ahead.
Look at how long it took him to bring a Cyborg out. As popular as that character is. You know what?
And what I was gonna say was kind of adding on to your point is that new show that came out, Wonder Man. Wonder Man is actually a low-key good show. Like the redeemable quality that I got out of it, it showed like, because a lot of people like, oh, Wonder Man's not black, but they showed how it became as such. I don't want to spoil it too much for people, but the thing that I appreciated was it showed what it was behind the curtain, in a sense, not from an actor's point of view, where they're talking about a script and how they saw like certain wording and how to say something very simple to move forward, So it showed the writing aspect of things. That's what I got out of it, And I was like, yo, people might look at it as, oh, well, it's supposed to be an action movie. Like, where's the villain? Where's the bad guy? But as a show and watching the character, it was dope for me. I really, really appreciated it. Where a lot of other people probably try to tell me, oh, no, it's not dope. But the other main thing is it's a black main character going through a certain struggle and from Haitian family. So a lot of people don't want to, Marvel's with that woke shit again. No, representation matters, because even with Star Trek, even though they only had, the black lady and the Asian guy, back then, Irish and who's the other Scottish guy? Those were considered foreigners and immigrants at that time as well when it came to Star Trek. So they try to integrate as much as possible without overflooding just one zone. They try to get representation from different people.
See, and that's DEI done right, where you're not shoving it down somebody's throat. They just simply exist.
Yes.
And they're just doing the best that they can do.
Exactly.
Plain and simple. You look at it's just funny because once again, Marvel was on a strong streak where they was damn near doing over $1 billion per movie they put out. And now it's like if they're lucky to get 500 million, they're good.
The Russo brothers are back, so they're gonna hopefully bank on that again. So see what the Russo brothers do.
Right, but why they bring them back?
Well,
Civil War, Endgame, whatever they did, they stayed true to the characters. They stayed true to the lore in the universe. They didn't try to rewrite shit or reinvent the wheel. They just told a good story, having respect to those characters. And that's the one thing certain people over there, I won't say whose names, certain people over there forget. They forget that the people who made Marvel who they are the fans. Ones who, after they were kids, were buying them comic books every 2 weeks it came out. They bought it.
What if? What if? That was my shit. What if?
They bought the toys, all of that. So it's like, how are you going to have a fan base that's that loyal, that dedicated, and then do some asinine shit in the theater and expect them to like it and want to go back and see it?
Right. But hey, we're kind of up against it. So before we thank you for coming on, man. You have to get back in here, man, so we can talk more. We talk more about movies. There's a lot of shit coming out. You know what I mean? Masters of the Universe gives me that new Superman movie feel where the trailer's going to be way better than the fucking.
And that Dolph Lundgren shit.
And live action Voltron is already done too. So
yes,
I mean,
we did talk about in the wing what's that new Chris Nolan movie and Homegirl as Helena Troy. People are bugging. They
the Odyssey.
The Odyssey. Oh yeah, Matt Damon. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be crazy. But
and that Homegirl as Helen. Woo, people are losing their mind.
Before we get out of here, Mr. Da Vinci Young, Annie, just let the folks know where they can get in touch with you, where they can get the information on the movies and and all the shit that's going on. This is your opportunity
with the Biz universe
to promote it.
Yeah, definitely check out my Instagram site, Dragon Nest Studios, DRAGONESQUE Studios on Instagram. You can find me right there. Everything is there.
Word. Well, shit, nice. Man. Thanks for coming on as always. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can get our subscribers up, so we can do this for a living. Because
thank you for having me.
I work in the tundra now, and going outside is fucking terrible. But hey, we'll check y'all next on our next episode. It's the DJ IronMonkey birthday episode. Maybe there'll be
next
cake.
Week.
Maybe there'll be cake and balloons and shit. You know what I mean?
Listen, you know how many times you try to suggest some things and I laugh and I get myself in trouble off mic. Like, nah, but you know what? Single-ish. So, we'll leave it at that.
Sounds like there might be cake, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. Only way to find out is to tune in. Hey, we'll check y'all next week.